Jack, looking at this preseason game, this is an opportunity for players like you to show this organization who you are as a player and any developments you've made since development camp this summer. What are you most looking forward to with this opportunity tonight?
Yeah, just like I said, just an opportunity, another step in like the hockey journey, as you can call it. But yeah, just trying to make the most of it however I can. And yeah, it's like you said, it's development camp and signing with them last spring. It feels like a lot has been working up to this point. So I just want to try to make the most of it, play hard, play my game, and then, like you said, show the organization that what I can do and what I can offer it. And it goes to everybody else here in this locker room trying to do what they can to help the team win.
This group has become close over the last few weeks, and they've been together for a lot of practices and games. What is the identity forming out of this group so far?
Pretty simple, like offensive ability, defensively responsible. Trying to make plays, play the right way, and play physical for sure, and try to make the other team uncomfortable. I think we got a lot of different abilities in this room. A lot of different skill sets, abilities, and I think everybody kind of brings a different thing to the forefront. And I think that's what's going to make this team successful is everybody just bringing their game, whatever that may be, on any night.
Check, I think right. You grew up like coming to Devils games and stuff, right?
I did, yeah.
So what's that going to be like to wear a Devils sweater here in this building tonight?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty special. I got my parents coming in. My sisters are going to be here. Hopefully, we'll see what they're up to, but hopefully they can make the trip out there in the city. So yeah, I'm from Madison, which is just 20 minutes down the road. Lived there for 15 years, and then a couple years ago moved down to Spring Lake. So yeah, going from all the way back to the opener of the Prudential Center in 2007. We were at that game, and then going through probably 2013, we had season tickets. So about 6 years of season tickets to Devils games, and was always a big Devils fan. A local guy. So yeah, it's a cool opportunity, special experience. Really, trying to make the most of tonight.
Who was your favorite player during those years?
I had a lot. Parise when he was early in his career. Eliash was always a stud. Langerbrenner was the captain at that time. Henrique, I was at the Game 6 game when Henrique scored that double overtime goal. That was one of the best hockey memories I have. But yeah, those are just to name a few. And yeah, no shortage of memories. Marty, who is cool. Funny enough playing with Jeremy now. So yeah, it's there's no, like I said, no shortage of memories at the Peru, and trying to make them continue.
You talked about playing your game. What is your game? What do you think to be successful as a pro you need to do well?
Yeah, just play hard every shift. Bring effort. I feel like there's a lot of things you can choose to do on the ice, and effort's one of them. Attitude, focus on every shift, and that's what I try to bring is a hard effort, physicality, offensive ability here and there when I can show it and have the opportunity to show it. So just someone who's responsible, who gives a lot of effort, and plays every shift like their life depends on it.
It is preseason, but it's a Rangers game. What have you heard about the Rangers-Devils rivalry from other players, and what are you most looking forward to with that?
Yeah, no, I saw it. I saw it as a kid growing up, and it's a great rivalry. I've been to plenty of games, and I've heard from guys in their own experiences about the rivalry. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a buddy who's actually, I don't think he's playing tonight, but he's in the Rangers organization, so we have some bad blood there. But yeah, there's not many rivalries like it in hockey, and yeah, it's going to be a really, really cool experience to be able to get that tonight.
Hudson River rivalry tonight, playing the Rangers tonight and tomorrow. What have you heard about this game and this series, and what are you expecting going into tonight?
Yeah, it's pretty much everything to this organization and fan base. Every time they get together, something always crazy always seems to happen. So I think we're well equipped for that, and we're ready to roll.
This group really has a lot of AHL guys who have played together. What is the chemistry and identity that you're seeing develop in this training camp so far?
Yeah, just as camp has come along, just from where we were last year to where we are now, we feel like we're a complete group. And just it's nice having familiar faces around. It makes a big difference just with playing with one another and just doing things together around here. So. It's something that you always lean on is chemistry and familiarity, so we're going to look to do that.
Usually at this point of the preseason, there's more NHL guys in the roster, but with the main team in Prague right now, for some of the younger guys who this is one of their first 2 training camps, what advice would you give them about this opportunity they have to play this preseason game?
Yeah, obviously it's really a unique situation, and I think everyone kind of knew that going into it, so mentally, they're getting prepared, but at the end of the day, it's hockey. It's obviously a cool opportunity and a cool moment. So just enjoy it and embrace it, and take it head on.
For you guys, obviously the NHL team has gone 0-4 in the preseason, right? Do you guys feel any sort of pressure to maybe elevate and get the fans going again, finding that first win in the preseason for them?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that probably wasn't the start, we wanted to get off to as an organization. But at the end of the day, you're out, no matter who you're playing, no matter what's going on, you're out there competing and doing your best. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's sewer ball before the game or, a preseason hockey game, you want to win everything that you do. So that's just the mentality that we have.
And then getting to play the next 3 games here at the Prudential Center, just thoughts overall about that?
Yeah, just the situation itself is really cool, really special, and I'm just going to enjoy every moment of it while we can.
The system work. I know that we've heard a lot from Dineen in the past that the NHL and AHL teams are really linked with that. What are you seeing out of the systems this year?
Yeah, a little bit different than we've done in the past. I think Sheldon had done a really good job from the beginning of kind of showing the way that the plan that he had and the way that we want to play. So we've been working hard on it the last couple weeks and just fine tuning things and finally get some game action to put it to use and figure it out from there.
As someone who's been a leader in this organization before, what is it like working with Kevin Dineen so closely, and what kind of coaching style has he brought in this training camp and in years past that you've worked with him?
Yeah, he's awesome. It's awesome to be around. You can just tell the passion that he brings, daily. Every meeting that he comes into in between games, you can just practice. You just feel the passion and the will to succeed, and I think that rubs off very well on us. So getting to work with him one-on-one the last 3 years, being our 4th together, it's really, unique experience. I've learned a lot from him.
This is an opportunity for many players to get very meaningful minutes right now here in preseason. What do you want out of your team tonight and in the next 3 preseason games?
Well, I agree with you. I think there's some real excitement, and what we really want to see is not they got the point across that it's not going to all, we're not expecting 2 goals and in a fight and so on to make a huge difference. Just go out and play your game, make a statement. It's going to take a real group effort over these next 3 games. But what an opportunity! You're absolutely right for them to get this chance to play here at the Prudential Center, and then 2 away games. Exciting time for all of them.
What does this Rangers-Devils rivalry mean to this group and to this organization?
Well, I think it's long-standing. Certainly, there's always a little bit of filter, meaning that, if those games we're in Utica and we're watching those games. Those are the ones you just don't miss. There's emotion, there's intensity, there's a lot of skill on both sides. So certainly it's something that stands for something, and we're looking forward to putting the logo on and going out and representing the team well.
I'm sure you got a couple guys in your room who were hoping and maybe a little disappointed they weren't on that flight to Prague. How do you hope they kind of use that as fuel here to kind of kickstart the start to their season?
I agree with you. Hey, this is always a tough time around the league. There's so many players that, it's separation over the next couple of days. There'll be a lot of transactions going on. In saying that, there is such a unique opportunity to play NHL games. And I've been doing this a little while, and I think a lot of times you get feedback, well, I wish my player would have had the opportunity to play in an exhibition game. Well, they are getting this opportunity. So, you know what? Make a statement with your game. You want to be in the conversation as we move into the season that you're a quality option to help the Devils.
What can you tell us about a guy like Ryan Schmelzer, who's captain of your team last year, and just in the interaction with him this week seems like a consummate professional?
He is, and that's what you want. That it took him 8 years of professional hockey to get an NHL contract, and it was well deserved. And he does everything the right way. He does just a great job for our group in Utica. So there's also that personal side that you have to. Lots of good guys in the game, right? And if you don't back it up with your play, and he certainly does on the ice. So he's a big piece of the depth in our organization.
Dan McKinnon has done a great job of keeping a core group of players together the last couple of years for you. When you step in the room and this opportunity, how great is it from their perspective to have that camaraderie? They're doing it together again. They played in some pretty big games together. Yeah, that's always enjoyable. That's the best part of hockey, right? You'd always talk, what is it, being with the guys. Well, we're throwing a bunch of players in to 2-3 very important exhibition games. We need a win here at home.
The Rangers will have a real quality lineup at MSG, and certainly Philly will be no walk in the park. So we'll have our hands full, but when there's a level of familiarity and you know what the expectations you're going to get out of your teammates, there's some comfort in that.
Last question for me is just Jeremy Brodeur. This is a big moment for him. I saw him earlier today, a little twinkle in his eye, getting to put the sweater on, got to play in this situation. You know his dad quite well. You played against him as well. What do you think this means for him, this opportunity that stands in front of him?
Well, hey, let's not kid ourselves. You grow up, you watch your dad, and you see him in a jersey, and then the opportunity to follow in that footstep. It's a pretty special moment for him, his family, his mom, sister. Obviously, Dad's over in Europe. He's going to miss the moment, but there's nothing given. You know what? He's played really well. He got called up last year. He played some really solid hockey for us. So this isn't some kind of just a little pat, here you go. This is we're out there to win this game, and we think he's going to give us a really good chance.
A couple guys on PTOs with your group. What do they need to show over these next 3 games to potentially get a contract with this organization?
I think it started a couple weeks ago in training camp. How you coming in on a PTO, meaning you don't have a team in late August, where you're going to go. And I felt like the players that are coming in certainly came in, made an early statement in their camps. Some got in exhibition games, and these 3 games they'll be ultra important for him. Go out there and show what you can do and be of value. And you know what? The reality is, it might not only be our scouts out there watching. There's a ton of people out there watching. So put your best foot forward.